Jill and I were lucky enough to take a trip on the MSC Preziosa to Iceland. As you can see here, we're going to look at the Venetian Plaza. It's where all the shopping and there's a coffee bar. This is guest services, and in the second here, you're going to see the Atrium. That is where a lot of the large parties and that took place, especially the one we got lucky enough to take part in when we crossed the Arctic Circle. From there, everything is pretty much off of that. This is the Cappuccino Bar. It got pretty popular because a lot of times it was one of the only places you could sit and have a drink of some sort. The Green Sacks here, this is where we spent the majority of our evenings. Lots of live music, lots of dancing. It was lots of fun. We didn't do a lot of time here in the sports bar. They showed a lot of soccer and tennis. They did have a bowling alley that was usually working. You could get food there when the other food was closed. This is the piano bar. We sat there a few times. The only problem with this is the smoke from the casino would actually waft up into there, so you would be stuck smelling it the whole time you were sitting here listening. There was some live music. Someone was singing, someone playing the piano. He often played clarinet or something too as well. Platinum Theater. They had a lot of decent shows there. The Megalovalia that we were on with MSC as well. So I had some better shows, but most of these shows were quite good. You can tell that they're in the process of revamping and improving many of the shows, actually. The seats were very comfortable. It was never overcrowded, really. You could feel the boat moving from there pretty good. In the Pizzeria here, you could order for extra cost pizzas when you wanted, and there's usually a guy in here playing some pretty decent rock music, other than the typical boat offerings. Safari Lounge, they had it held a lot of private events, but most nights you could go in there again, dance. There was a live band playing, good music, good time in there usually. The pool decks are quite large. It was cold when we were out at sea, so we never got to use that. That was the rear of the ship. As you can see here, there's the main ship, main outdoor pool. They did have an indoor pool that was about the same size as good. Again, it was too cold, so none of the water slides ran for the majority of the trip, which was fine because no one would have used them anyway. All in all, I have to say that the ship was fairly new, but it was quite nice. Everything was clean. The food was really good. Our cabin was if you look online, you can see was quite nice. Always clean, always well kept. There's nothing really we can complain about. The ship was really, really above our expectations. This is surprisingly very quiet. The Sky Lounge was almost no one there, at least on our trip. That's where the disco was at night. The sushi bar is also up there during the day, and as you can see, it overlooks everything that would normally be happening on the pool decks. All in all, Preziosa was a great ship.